I'm so happy about our new sponsor, dude.
Me too. Me too. I always wanted to be sponsored by water.
Yeah, and there just can't be life without water.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. Okay, you can look that up on the internet. Ask your mom. Ask anyone. Honestly, they'll probably tell you, you can't have life without water.
I mean, why do you think all these companies they're hoarding water? Because they know one day, it's just the most valuable thing, really.
You guys ever heard of the ocean? You heard of that?
Yeah.
You know about the ocean? What's that made out of?
It's made out of salt water, which is a problem for humans at least, not for other creatures, but for humans, we don't like that salt water.
I'm wondering about if aquatic creatures drink salt water and they're cool with it. Do they drink water if they're living in water?
I assume they just absorb it. Maybe they take it in and then they're.
I've never been taught this, and I've never even thought about it before. They're swimming in the liquid, and that creates life.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if they consume it orally. And if you know anything about this fact, you could look it up. Let us know, because this is really it's blowing my mind right now.
I mean, fish breathe it in through the gills. They have
They extract the oxygen from the water.
Yeah. So
But
they're taking it in, right? And
They take it in, but that's for we breathe oxygen.
yeah.
They breathe oxygen also, but they suck it out of the water.
And then what?
Because water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen,
Yeah.
and fish, they suck the oxygen out of the water. They break those chemical bonds, and then they're just consuming the oxygen, and then it's no longer water.
Yeah, but they're still, in a sense, right? It's making them. I don't want to say wet, but it's making them wet. The fish.
Yeah, no, they're definitely wet. They're swimming in the water. What are you talking about?
Their insides are getting wet by the water. So in a sense, they're taking in this water.
No, but
into their body.
The water they're taking in, they're converting into something else.
But the water's still inside of them at some point, right?
Yeah,
it's still moisturizing.
Sure, but we could inject water into our bloodstream, and we actually don't know what would happen. I think we wouldn't take it in.
We might die.
I know if you inject air into the bloodstream, then you die.
Yeah.
If you have one of those IV bags, and then someone fills it with air, and they squeeze the bag, and the air goes in your bloodstream, then you die.
Damn.
R.I.P.
I mean,
I saw it on TV. I don't know if actually that's true.
Interesting. It sounds like it wouldn't be good. I mean, nothing is supposed to really go into your bloodstream except for blood.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think people what are the IV bags?
Mm-hmm.
That's
it's usually a saline solution, and then sometimes there's other stuff in there, but it's meant to hydrate your system, give you electrolytes.
So there you go. Maybe the fish. They're just
I don't
putting that water in there.
I would, we'll be able to find out the answer. But all this is to say, thank you, Life Water. You provide purified, pH balanced, electrolyte rich, amazing water. It is 100% recycled plastic. Beautiful bottles. I will say there's a spelling error on the front of the bottle. But aside from that, it is very accurately describing water is essential for human life and for all life. Trees. Name something that can exist without it. Aliens, maybe. Don't know about those.
I'm looking at the ingredients here. You got purified water.
All right.
Okay, that's pretty normal.
Sure.
You got magnesium sulfate.
Uh-huh.
That seems pretty normal.
Magnesium can be a relaxing agent.
Yes. Potassium bicarbonate.
Don't know anything about that.
Me neither. I'm assuming since it's life water.
It's water.
Water.
Life water.
Life water. It's
Yeah, beautiful bottles. We and something that we talked about last week is we're searching for challenges and for things to overcome in our lives. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna consume this bottle as quickly as we can in a humane fashion.
all right.
Okay. Just some backstory. I consume water at a very high rate, and I don't know. Do you consume water at a very high rate?
I have to say my water game, I wouldn't say it's weak. I would say it's not quite on the level that yours is at.
Okay.
So this for me is going to be more of a challenge because I think my body is used to intaking less water at one period of time.
Yeah.
So like the water per hour in my body is like a little bit less than your water
Your
per hour.
WPH,
Yeah.
I'm speed racing. I'm like in Formula One racing of water consumption. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
My FPH is very high.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna, if we're calling this a race, I don't think I'm gonna make
It's
this
a challenge.
like
It's a
challenge, right? Well, I'll see if I can. It might take me a little while, maybe I'll have to do a few separate gulps, but I will give it my best.
Yeah, so shout out to Life Water, shout out to purified, pH balanced, electrolyte rich water. Here we go.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna my attempt here is to not stop having the water flow.
Okay, I'm gonna try that, and we'll see what happens.
All right, bear with us over here.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Don't hurt yourself now.
Oh, it's doing me in. It's really getting me. Oh. Oh.
All right, man.
Oh,
Wow, I'm impressed.
it's
I'm
doing me in.
I'm impressed.
Let me tell you something. I didn't think that water could ever be such a challenge.
I mean, there's such thing as too much of a good thing.
Yeah,
That's for certain.
I don't know how you just took that on like that. God damn.
Yeah, so I so speaking of that, I had to burp in the middle of it, so I didn't have a constant flow, but I'd say I only paused for about, a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds. But I mean, you're only sitting with about 10 ounces left, maybe
Yeah.
even less.
I
I'm very impressed.
think it would be easier to just inject that right into the bloodstream. Really, I
dude.
mean, I don't
maybe.
think the human body was meant in such a short period of time to consume that much water.